Welcome back. We're at Holly's again. The name of this house is?
Mermaids.
Okay. And let's just do a quick spin. I know we had shown you this last time, but we actually I forgot to film the inside. So this time we'll film the inside. Okay, I'm showing you the upstairs right now. We've got the bedroom. Look at that fantastic bed with all the netting, the flowers. We've got a beautiful fairy doll. I'm just trying to show you on top of the dresser. Up on the wall, there's little shelves. And we're going to come down this little ladder. And we're in the lower part. We've got a table with a stool. We've got a window bench. And then we have got this wonderful blue chair with a footstool. I'm going to try to get in here to show you in the back. There's the corner. What a fantastic fairy house. Okay, this is the second fairy house, and it is called
Tea Jewel House by Julie McLaughlin.
Okay, we'll give it a quick spin. The chest and these little fairy dolls may look familiar to you guys. They're little Barbie dolls that Holly has added wings to. Alright, isn't that perfect? And so I'll show you the other one. So these were little Barbie dolls that I believe we got from McDonald's Happy Meals or something. They're the smaller ones. And then she's made these fantastic wings and added that to them to make them into little fairy dolls. I'll take you in here again and show you the dresser. Stair that is made with a twisted piece of twig, and they ended up making the stairs out of it. It's very neat. And I also wanted to show you these little gems that she made into windows. We're going to go down and look at the couch. It's all made out of twigs. And we're going to look on the back wall. You see the toadstool lamp, another fairy doll. We've got a chest of drawers. I'll pull back and show you this. I'm going to just turn it. This little wonderful chair, twig chair with the flower arrangement. Now we're just looking at this room from a different angle. You can see another one of the gems for a window as a pass through to the other room. On top of the dresser, she's got some baskets filled with little items. We've got this table and chairs. Now we're going to move back upstairs and see the bedroom. We've got a little fairy kneeling here. And we've got a little baby fairy on the bed. And back down, we're going to peek into the dining room. Now I need a bit more light. We're in the dining room now. And if Holly, give it another spin. Now we're going to come back around to the outside, and I'll show you the little flower boxes with the mushrooms. And then we've got a baby hidden away up on the roof. And who made this little fairy baby?
Rose Fairy.
Rose Fairy, and it's in a beautiful rose-shaped dish. And we're going to come back down and look at some of the stuff that's hanging off the porch. The flower lamp, or the flower light, and the front door. This is a fantastic fairy house. Wouldn't you love to find this in your backyard underneath the tree? I certainly would.
Good.
Here's another collection of resin figures by Boyd's, and it's the little holiday collection. And it's quite cute. You've got the little girl here tying her skates. The little puppy, he's been in trouble. It looks like he's been at the Christmas tree. And someone's decorating the tree. I just love it. Have their teddy bears. She's the one on the tree is holding one, and she's putting a teddy bear angel on the top. Yeah. And then this little girl even has hers, so while she's tying her skates, sitting on the sidelines waiting for her. So now we're going to show you some fairies. Holly, you made these with forms or molds?
Molds, I did, yes.
And
Patricia Rose molds.
okay, and the horses, the horse and unicorn?
They come from Germany, and they're kind of a rubber plastic.
Okay, so you've painted them?
I have with glitter, and I made the harness on the unicorn
Okay.
out of findings, jewelry findings.
They're really, really fantastic. The backs of the wings, the details are just great. I like how you take something plastic and you spray paint them, you know, add a few little jewelry findings, looks like a little bit of lace and ribbon, and really make them fantastic here. And I'm going to bring you forward and just show you these details on the wings. And then just look at how she's added. She's got flowers on the tails, the lace, the ribbon, everything on this horse. And then we'll pull. Now we can show you the jewelry findings that she's used to make a harness and this type of a saddle. And then the fairy riding it. Fabulous pieces. This next piece is Victorian Romance by Lilliput Lane. And this is what it is. It's a resin house. It's quite heavy. But look at the details on this. I've never been a fan of resin, but you see some of it like this. It's got so much detail. And maybe I'm going to have to get some for myself. Okay, so here's a little quarter scale garden that the Edmonton Miniature Club had done as a workshop many years ago. You can see that there's a sequin used for the bird bath. Lots of little bits of dried flowers for the trees and for the flowers. The brick in that is just paper. You've got a bead for the lamp, or the light for outside. Let me just show you the outside. So this is very, very small. And this is something that, it's a complete little scene. And it's something you can accomplish in an afternoon. It's one of the few quarter scale projects that Holly has ever attempted to do. I think she did a great job. Okay, I'm showing you a couple more resin. On the left is another Lilliput, and it is called Nelson's Column. Can't really get a close-up of his face. And then this little thing is another little house. And she lucked out and found this at a dollar store. It was $4. But it's a quite detailed little resin house. We've got two little dolls here. The small one was bought at the dollar store, and she's how she was when Holly bought her. She didn't add anything to her. And this other doll was a doll that came through Avon, and Holly just added this feather boa to set off this flapper outfit. And this little doll from the dollar store is really cute. And then we're just going to look at the details on our flapper doll. Very pretty. So I'm going to show you some mermaids from Patricia Rose Molds. And the big rock was bought in an aquarium. Same with the plants that are used in this were all from a pet store. And then when we get back to the front here, we're going to show you a few details on this little mermaid. I'm going to zoom in and lift her hair up. She used little nail decals and then Mod Podge to cover her little buttocks. And then you can see the nice scale detail that she put in for the tail. So, do you have any idea how many dolls you've made with molds?
No, I don't.
Quite a few. Well, maybe we'll have to count as we're filming.
Yes.
These were made with molds that usually you use for porcelain, but Holly has just put Fimo or a similar type resin clay into it and then baked hers in the oven. So here is another set that was made from the Patricia Rose molds, and the greenery is from a pet store as well. The base of it is just a chunk of styrofoam with a bit of glitter and a little bit of texture done on it. So the tails are made with a fantasy film that's very reflective and has iridescence to it, so it looks like little rainbows. Okay, now I'm just coming in closer to show you. There's the mom laying there with her little baby. And then down to see their tails. You can see the love in Mom's holding on to her little guy. One that Holly did from the same molds. And she's got great big huge seashells that the mermaid's sitting on, and the base is just a wooden base that she put glue on and attached some white sand. You see the fantastic hair with the little braids, and I really like how the tail is done on this one. And it's got the fantasy film. I think that fantasy film is perfect for this setting. What a fabulous looking doll. Coming down. Fairy doll is Holly's first one that she ever made out of a mold, and you can see that her fin is not complete because she's just transforming. We also just have some unique looking shells that when she does the display she's just put a clear coat on them to make them glisten, and they're just put in with the mermaids. So for your first time making a doll, you must have been very pleased with yourself with the results of this one.
It works.
It works. I'd be happy. I haven't made a doll yet. I'm going to try with Holly one day. Don't know if I'd ever film my first one, but there's Holly's first attempt at making a doll, and you can see how the scales are going up. She hasn't fully transformed. Holly made out of a mold, and she puts them in lots of different poses. This one's leaning on a piece of driftwood. I don't know if it would be all that comfortable, but she's got a lot of hair, so maybe it's cushioned. Must have come from a pet store. And if you look at the tail, this time she used those glass beads for the scales, and at the bottom here, these are pendants, like from a necklace. So you got for the bottom fin, and up around her face is an earring that's her crown. Isn't that a very unique way to use jewelry bits? This mermaid is
Ningio Jadine mermaid, and it's her first one.
And it's made from polymer.
Yes.
You know, look how her tail, she's been caught, or just a little bit damaged there on her tail fins. Here is another mermaid that Holly used a mold on, and you can see that she had a lot of fun. She's got the gems underneath her, Look at how the tail's bent. Isn't that fantastic? I can see why you had so much fun doing them. And look at that headdress that you made. That's just jewelry findings.
Mm-hmm.
And her arm cuff. And if you look down, she even has a ring on her. So this is by CD Light, and she named this one Black Sand Mermaid.
Mm-hmm. Nerissa.
I just want to show you the back of her tail, how it was done. So we've got a mother and baby, and she is done by
Hiddleston.
Okay, and this other one that's all curled up in her tail, you've made with Fimo mold again?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
She's
and then
sleeping.
Oh, she's sleeping. So is that a rock slice or a tree slice?
Tree slice, actually, from our tree out back that was cut down. And a rock that would be in an aquarium.
Yeah.
And the plant life from that would be in an aquarium.
So this is the one that was made by an artisan. And you see her holding the little baby. Mom's face. And see if we can see baby. Oh my gosh, how cute. And then this one here is one Holly did. And you can see she's all curled up in her tail. And she's having a sleep. I guess that answers mermaids do sleep. Never knew. So this is a little bit of a break from Dollhouse Miniatures, but it is a Coca-Cola Cafe collectible. And I just thought it was very unique. So I just want to show you the front of it. Isn't that the coolest looking thing? I've got this American Girl theme, and this little doll here is a dashboard doll that will dance while you're driving. But I'm going to show you the details on the back table, and then I'm going to come down. This doll she bought elsewhere, and same with this little baby doll. But those American Girl, the smaller scenes are very, very well made. And it's all lit up. You can see the little fairy lights around it. And you can even see the parrot on the corner. This is the beach scene from American Girl. The resin figures in front are Yesterday's Child. I'm going to go through and show you some of the details that they have in this scene. They've got even little flip-flops. You've got your starfish, your shells, and the palm tree. So we're at American Girl, the 70s bedroom. And look at that fantastic chandelier. The two dolls in here are the Dawn dolls, D-A-W-N. And we even have a beaded curtain. Second bedroom, the 70s bedroom from American Girl doll. And we'll just pan around the room so you can see. Oh, I wish I had these in my collection. They're wonderful. And all the walls are magnetic, right? You said
Yes.
that, and you can switch things around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll look at the next room. The 50s diner from American Girl. That takes you back in time. I wish we still had diners like this around in real life. Look at the food on the table. Can definitely see why these are so collectible. The detail in these smaller American Girl scenes are really, really fantastic. Okay, this is American Girl store from the 70s. Look at the boots on display. The purses. That's a pretty neat light fixture. Okay, so here we have 3 music boxes from Yesterday's Child. So the first one, Tip It Back, and let's see what the tune was that it says it plays. It says Music Box Dancer. So that's the tune that one plays. And this one it says T for Two. And the last one I know was Put on a Happy Face. So that's kind of cool to have a resin music box. I'm just going to wind up just a little bit. Oh, those are really cute. And their signature is to always have a bear in the scene with every child. And here are two more resin figurines done by Yesterday's Child. And one cute little girl sitting in the chair cuddling her teddy bear. And this one here is showing a child one day, they got the teddy bear, the next day, oh, she's growing up, she's into mom's makeup. Okay, so these are some fairy dolls. These are your first attempts.
And they're made from Patricia Rose molds, and I also added female clay to give more definition to like the legs and the feet. And the wings I made.
Now, it looks like you've got wire on the outside of these wings. I'm just going to turn her this way. Look at that. Fantasy film on?
Fantasy film with glitter glue.
And then I'm going to show you what she was talking about. At the backs of the legs, she added more Fimo to give it the definition of the back of the calf. I'm just going to pull in on the face. You've got pretty good detail on your painting for the eyes. For your first attempts, you did really good on that. Holly made with the mold and added her own details for adding, you know, more muscle to the arms and legs. And I'm going to show you the backs of those wings. Those look like they're printed on plastic. Is that through the photocopier?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just turn her back around. We're going to just show you some of these details, like the jewelry that Holly did, the face. And I like how each one is posed a little different. Some are on their stomach, some are on their sides, some are curled up. And here, Holly did one as a sleeping fairy. And look at the fantastic jewelry on her. And look at these. So how did you make these wings?
I bought them. They're stained glass.
So the stained glass.
And then I just, of course, doctored it up with glitter.
Yeah. Glitter is a fairy's best friend. You can see the little crown she made. Show you as we come around. Here's the crown, and she's got a jeweled ladybug on her finger, and of course a ring. Okay, so here's another one of the fairy scenes that Holly has made, and these wings are a little bit different because you can see she's put the wire through and then attached the film, and then you heated it up to make it stick, or is it glued on?
It's glued on.
Holly was also saying that a lot of the clothing and stuff was just made from fringe off of ribbons, and you used stickers, nail decals, gems,
and gems,
yeah,
and thin wire,
and very thin wire. So, and it's quite neat to see that every single one is just a little bit different, has a little bit, I'm going to use the word attitude, or, you know, the poses are all different. And I just find each one of these so unique. And here is another one that Holly made. And what did you use for her costume here? Because it looks like plastic or something.
Okay, so I used just bead strings and then put netting in between.
And this is netting. I'm just going to pull this closer so maybe I can show this. It's like mesh netting, and then the beads were on a string and you've just attached it to make the outfit. That is really, really neat. And then these wings are just glitter galore. I'm just going to show you a few close-ups of her. And those wings on her are really nice. Okay, so this fairy doll was made by
Deborah McCain of Whispers in the Woods. And the doll's name is Violet.
very pretty doll. You see her fantastic wings. I don't know, there's something about those fairy wings that each one is so unique. The details on those wings. Okay, so tell us about this little one.
She's another doll that I made. This time I attempted the nylon stockings and the garter belt.
Oh, cool. And what is the couch she's sitting on?
It's a jewelry box
And it,
for rings. It opens up.
can you show? Oh, that is cool. Made her to fit onto this little couch. I'm just going to pull her closer and show you guys. Look at that's pretty good for nylons, especially for your first attempt.
And only.
Oh, that's the only time you made nylons. They were difficult. And this is another mold that was from that Patricia Rose?
Yes. Yes.
So she's got a lot of really nice molds. And you have to remember, when you use Fimo in them instead of porcelain, they're a little bit bigger than what they would be, because porcelain, when it bakes, it shrinks. They're still very small, delicate dolls. Just love that. We've got two dress forms here. The one on the left is from
Victorian Treasures.
and the one on the right was
Dollar store.
was found at the dollar store. So you don't always need to go look for high-end. It doesn't have to cost a lot, because this one from the dollar store has some really nice features at a fraction of the price of this one. Here's a Japanese man, and it would be something that you could buy if you were traveling to bring back home to commemorate your trip. Just turn. Look at all this. And all this must be silk panels. So, another tourist piece. Okay, so here's two little dolls. Holly, tell us about these.
They are called half dolls, and the top part is porcelain, and then I did the styrofoam from the waist down to make the skirt in the bottom half of the dolls. Both of them have this styrofoam.
So these outfits you made yourself?
Yes.
And did you do the hair on them as well?
No,
The hair was like that. I just want to show you how. Look at that skirt. It's so much fun dressing dolls, and you definitely have fun doing it. And I even like how you've got the rose in the hair. And then on this other one, I actually recognize this material. Holly sacrificed a shirt of hers, and I actually used a piece of it in one of my scenes. We get our sources from everything. Those are really cool. So if you only have a porcelain hands and face, you can still make a doll if you do a half doll with some other kind of a base. And when you look at them, you wouldn't know that they didn't have legs. This is the first doll that Holly made with Cernit clay. And she used a mold again, and she dressed it, and she has it laying on a bed. And I'm going to show you a little bit more of the details. I like how she always makes sure they're got their jewelry on, and I wish I could own some of that jewelry. It's pretty fantastic. I love the bracelets on this one. And she does look like she just woke up, or she's got a little bit of bedhead. I just want to show you how nice that jewelry looks. Here we have a little Holly Hobby figurine. A lot of us grew up with Holly Hobby. I know my sister's a big fan. So, very, very cute. This is a gunshot wedding. She's out hunting the groom down. And this is another one Holly made from a mold. Sorry. Sense of humor, Holly. Yeah, she's had enough. That's it. Go hunt down her man. So here's another doll that Holly made. And you can see here and on the head and even on these little tiny shoes that Holly made, she's used nail decals. That's a nail decal, and this is. And the way she preserves it is to put Mod Podge on it. And I will show you the back of the dress. And you see she's used one there with some jewelry findings. And what did you use on the edge? Is that just glitter?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, just glue with glitter to finish off the edge of that material. So it's a different way to use things that you've already got maybe. And it really turns out well. The front and the back of these shoes, those are nail decals, and then she used Mod Podge to make them firm up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to show you, this is a little tricycle that was made by Hallmark. It was a Christmas ornament, and all Holly's done is remove the little hook and from the back. Another doll Holly's made from a mold, and she is a tiny little baby doll, and you've dressed her yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just show you. Now look at her little feet up kicking. And look at how cute. That's a really nice mold, but and that's a Patricia Rose mold.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got lots of molds out there still. So tell me how you made this dress, Holly.
The dress is made from paper, and the panties that match it are made from paper, and the booties are made with tissue paper.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to see if I can bring it closer to show you. I can see that that is made tissue paper, and then you've got little bows to hold it on. And this, it is paper. That is really neat. So you don't need material all the time. And then you've got little nail decals again here. And as you can see, the last few dolls have been pregnant or with babies. And this one here is just a resin doll, but she's very well made. And all it says on the bottom is made in China. But she's got really good detail. So this here is a Heidi Ott doll, the body, and Holly's dressed her. But there's a little secret. Holly, can you show us what you did?
Okay, so I made the pregnant belly. I can lift this up. Can you see it?
Yeah. So you made the pregnant belly with Fimo,
Clay.
and then you just glued it on.
I did. I just attached it.
So isn't that smart? You turn her, and yeah, she's definitely got that pregnant stomach. I think that that turned out really well. And this is our last doll for the day. It's another one that Holly's made out of a mold, and she's made her pregnant. And show us how you've got her standing up, what you're using.
Toilet paper roll.
And that's all. She's just got the legs slipped through, and that's holding the doll up. So you don't need to always buy a doll stand. So she's got her nightgown on. And that's a nice doll mold as well. I just wanted to show you guys the little baby bump. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you again another time.